What's up, everybody? You are watching the J-Red Show on TikTok and YouTube, and the good times continue to roll for Buffalo sports. Both the Bills and the Sabres are on a roll. Let's get started with the Buffalo Bills, who won a nail-biting 27-24 wildcard victory over the Jacksonville Jaguars. I said earlier that the key to this team win the Super Bowl is that they need Josh Allen and James Cook to put on their Superman capes and just overcome all the problems they have with their wide receivers and with their defense. And this game, Josh Allen did just that. 28 for 35, 273 yards, 1 touchdown. He had a 10-yard quarterback sneak that almost scored a touchdown for Buffalo, and then he got it in the end zone the next play. And what's crazy is that he was fighting injuries throughout the game. He hurt his hand throwing the ball late in the first half when he accidentally hit Osiris Torrance in his helmet. He was feeling some kind of foot pain. Yet, despite all that, he completed 80% of his passes and led the Bills to a victory. Defense was, bend but don't break. It got real ugly at times. Trevor Lawrence had a great game. There were times where the defense just could not get off the field. 18 for 30, 207 yards, 3 touchdowns. But at the end of the day, the Bills made the big plays that got the victory. Shaq Thompson had a big interception that swung the momentum Buffalo's way. And then, I want to talk about Tre'Davious White. I was really skeptical bringing him back. Seemed like a desperate move. But for the last couple of weeks, White has looked like his former self. He has played amazing. He tipped the ball and landed in Cole Bishop's hands and got the game-winning interception. So yeah, the game was not pretty, but at the end of the day, the Bills got a huge victory. They'll be playing the Denver Broncos next. Denver has a real good defense, but I'm not sold on Bo Nix. I'm not a believer yet. So I'm cautiously optimistic the Bills will win this game. But back to the Jacksonville game. There's a couple of things you can complain about. The defense couldn't get off the field at times. Joe Brady's play calling is just questionable. Some bad turnovers that gave the momentum to Jacksonville. The Bills have some things to clean up. But the biggest thing to complain about is the officiating. I mentioned Josh earlier in the show that Josh Allen's fighting some injuries. One Jaguar player... The Jaguars were just a brutal team. One Jaguar player pretty much did a WWE-style elbow drop on Allen, no call. But the NFL Zebras stink. But the worst call was at the end of the half. Trevor Lawrence completed a 15-yard pass to P.J. Washington. Jacksonville hurried up and spiked the ball. The clock hit 0. They did not get it off in time. But the NFL refs, those stupid zebras, in their infinite wisdom, said, no, he did get it off in time, and they penalized Buffalo for being offsides. Pay attention to the screen. Look at the clock. The NFL is a billion-dollar industry. How do you make mistakes like that? Bills were lucky that Cam Little missed that field goal, which would have tied the game, and possibly won it for Jacksonville at the end. And I never want to blame officiating for wins and losses. But my God, NFL officiating is so bad. So inept. Repeated incompetence, week after week, month after month, year after year. Bad calls, missed calls. What's a catch? What's a penalty? These guys don't know what they're doing, and the NFL does nothing to correct it. This is a billion-dollar industry. There is no excuse. Like I said, Buffalo gets a nice win, overcomes some flaws, and now get the Denver Broncos. Other matchups, New England will take on Houston. Huge test for Drake May. I mean, May is a pretty good quarterback, but now he has to face the tough defense of the Houston Texans. We got Bears versus Rams and 49ers versus Seahawks. As of now, Buffalo and I was listening to WGR earlier today. They're saying Buffalo and the Rams are the two betting favorites. So we'll see what happens. What are your thoughts here on the Jared Show? On to the Buffalo Sabres. They continue to keep things rolling. They beat the Montreal Canadiens 5-3. They are now 15-2 ever since they fired Kevin Adams and hired Jamo Kekalainen. It's like the Sabres weren't even trying under Kevin Adams. I mean, you got to figure I figured the excitement of having a new GM would cause a spark. But their run of like 15 wins the last 17 games, they had never achieved that in the history of the franchise. In the entire 55 plus years of this existence, they have never achieved it. And so now, yesterday's game was a dedication to the 05-06 Sabres. And it was very emotional. I'm a big fan of nostalgia. I'm really glad they had this night. It was really nice seeing Dumont and Briere and Afinogenov and just nostalgic memories of those days back when I was a senior in high school. Yeah, I was here in Hurricane 2000. I really hope they bring back that song. I really want the Sabres to have their equivalent of what the Bills had with Mr. Brightside. Whenever I hear Hurricane 2000, I think of the Briere Drury days of the Sabres. And whenever I hear Mr. Brightside, it might still be our theme song 10 years from now. But, I think I will think of the Allen. But, I looked at, those are some stats comparing this Sabres team to 05-06. And it is very similar. I mean, that 05-06 Sabres team, they were predicted to be one of the worst teams in the league. And yet, they were arguably a few injuries away from them winning the Stanley Cup. This Sabres team is on a roll right now, and they could duplicate the same thing. I guess the problem is not only the Sabres on a roll though. It seems like the entire division's on a roll. This season will be coming down the wire. Tampa Bay's on a 10-game wins hot streak. Detroit and Montreal are red hot. So this game was huge. Boston has won 5 games in a row. What's frustrating is they're supposed to be tanking. To quote Yzma in Emperor's New Groove, they're supposed to be dead. Pittsburgh's supposed to be taking too. So, go figure, the Sabres finally get hot. All these other teams are hot. But, I mean, the Sabres still have a lot of problems. They got, Jamo Kekalainen needs to make some trades. But I think this is legit. I think this could be the year the Sabres finally make the playoffs. But what are your thoughts? Hit me on Twitter at JRed Show. Amherst and Bandits are in action tonight. And big Buffalo sports doubleheader. Sabres versus Wild. Bills versus Broncos. What are your thoughts here on Twitter at JRed Show? And I'll see you later. Go Bills, go Sabres.